Hey all, welcome to ShareTreck. This is Raj here, and today I'm bringing to you the Crispr Therapeutics Q2 2022 earnings result. They are out a bit earlier than I thought, and that's why this quick video. Let's get started. Welcome back. Crispr Therapeutics has reported Q2 loss of $2.40 per share, as against the expectation of $2.22 from most of the analysts. This is, however, much superior to the Q2 2021 loss per share of $9.44. In my personal opinion, it shows improving operations and maturing organization. Revenue for the quarter ended June 30, 2022 was 158,000. Compared to 900.7 million a year ago. Analysts expected 2.2 million. So that is a bit of shortfall out there. But overall, I think the company is still looking good. As of June 30, the company had $2.07 billion in cash, cash equivalents, and marketable securities. So basically, cash-like assets. 2.07 billion is quite an amount, and I think that gives me a lot more confidence in the company. Those are the top line and bottom line numbers. Now let us look at the qualitative information that we received from the earnings release. Typically, these earnings release have a standard template, and there are many things that get repeated. But here are some of the things that stuck to me as interesting progress. Climb 111 and Climb 121 for Exacel have been fully enrolled. So the full enrollment is news that I have. The company has completed regulatory discussions for Exacel, earlier known as CTX001, with the European Medicines Agency, that is EMA, and the Medicines and Healthcare Products Regulatory Agency, MHRA, while discussions with US FDA are ongoing for approving this particular therapy. During Q2, the company initiated 2 additional phase 3 clinical trials of Exacel for treatment of TDT in pediatric patients. That's the one that I spoke about, the Climb trials. Here is an update on their other therapies. CTX110 has been having ongoing enrollment and dosing. Additional data on CTX110 is expected in second half of 2022. CTX130 also has got enrollment and dosing ongoing, but we don't have any information about when data will be provided to us regarding progress, if any, on CTX130. So we'll have to wait for that. It's a more longer term prospect, it seems to me. Meanwhile, on the joint venture project of VCTX211 with Vertex, the company expects to get into clinical trials applications in second half of 2022. With regard to the CAR T-cell therapies, the company expects to file INDs for 2 next-generation CAR T candidates by the year end. So in the next 6 months, we're going to get those 2 I would call them a stimulus or boost to the share price whenever these announcements get made. R&D expenses were at 123.2 million for the second quarter of 2022 compared to 82.3 million for the second quarter of 2021. So you can see that the expenses have jumped up a little bit. Not a little bit, I would say it's jumped up significantly, almost 50%. The increase in expense was driven by development activities supporting the advancement of wholly owned immuno-oncology programs, as well as infrastructure expenses related to their new US research and development headquarters. So that's a proper allocation of funds. I think with all the growing companies, startups like Crispr Therapeutics, we have to expect these kind of infrastructure building and foundation laying expenses. So that's not good. That's not bad in my books. However, it is good that the general and administrative expenses came in just $2 million more than the same quarter 2021. In my opinion, that shows good cost control, especially because in the second quarter, we had a lot of inflation impact, not only on labor costs, but also everything in general. So considering all that, just going up by $2 million, given all the product pipelines they have and all the activities that go into this, I think the company has done a remarkable job of controlling costs. The collaboration costs came in at 33.9 million, and the additional 7 million costs were towards increased pre-commercial and manufacturing scale-up costs associated with their hemoglobinopathies program under the collaboration with Vertex. So these kind of expenses are already pre-committed, and they have to be taken care of. So I don't find any faults with that. I think this shows proper systematic engagement with partners and progressing with a joint venture as per schedule. So here is my personal opinion about Crispr Therapeutics. I think Crispr has done as well a job can be done in the current economic environment. Their costs have been controlled and the pipeline items have been progressed. I'm excited about the prospects of monetization of Beticel and Elicel in the near future. I believe we have stable and good management team at Crispr, and that will further enhance success factors for this company. However, it seems ARK Innovation Fund sold 6 million shares of Crispr as per disclosure by ARK Invest last Thursday. I just found this out. Also, CEO Samarth Kulkarni sold, I think, 25,000 shares. So that's a big deal of sales from an insider. However, insider sells share at times to meet tax liabilities or personal expenses, and and my focus would be more on what ARK is doing, which had Crispr as one of its top 5 holdings, and they took the decision to sell Crispr. Currently, ARK still holds 6 million Crispr shares worth 493 million, and Crispr still finds its place among the top 5 holdings of ARK. But ARK sold Crispr and bought PACB and Exact Biosciences, which is a cancer diagnostic company instead. I am very bullish on PACB, and I can understand why they would want to invest in PACB because it's on a bullish track, and I think it could be the case of taking profits to invest in other opportunities and to rebalance the portfolio. And many portfolio managers do that when any portfolio item of theirs starts having excessive gains. It's a prudent thing to do. They have done this with Tesla stock as well in the past, so I don't see any bad outcome or bad interpretation from what ARK has done. I would have done the same if I had that kind of Crispr in my portfolio. Personal disclosure, I do not own any stocks of Crispr, but I do have ARK-G in my portfolio. The conclusions are that Crispr delivered as good a result as could be expected right now. Better things are yet to come, and Beticel would be able to boost revenues. I hope that they will be monetized, that is, Beticel will be monetized in the next 18 months at the most. If that happens, I would be really happy. It's heartening to see allogenic CAR-T therapies being advanced, as I believe they have better logistical and cost advantages than autologous approaches. Current CAR-T therapy seems to cost an average of $450,000, but all are autologous. So I'm thinking that if Crispr does succeed with its fully owned allogenic CAR-T therapies, they are looking at a multi-bagger out here, and it will give them market leadership very quickly, as well as better margins. Best of all, the $2 billion cash balance should reassure any investor that Crispr can outlast any recessionary trends that we have here and still make progress towards its objectives. And then finally, coming to another aspect that I've always stressed in most of my past videos, I always follow Maslow's theory of hierarchy: food, clothing, shelter, security needs. And medicines and therapies fall in that area, and especially the kind of therapies that Crispr is working on is really essential for people when it becomes available. And therefore, I think there'll always be a bull case for Crispr going forward. That said, analysts have a 3-digit price target for Crispr Therapeutics, and the average comes to around $110 per share. And currently, Crispr Therapeutics is quoting at $81 per share. That means there's plenty of remaining upside in this share. So remember, in the last 20 days, most genomic shares have been in the upswing. So let us look at the market action and charts before we conclude. So let me take you to the TradingView platform and let us do a quick analysis on Crispr Therapeutics and also look at how the share price has responded to the earnings report. So here we are in our TradingView platform. I'm looking at Crispr Therapeutics chart. Each of the candles here is a one-day candle, and I'm just going to zoom into the action today. And as you can see, post-market, as you can see, post-result, Crispr Therapeutics is down minus 0.52%. It had a spike in the morning and it crossed over the resistance of 83.46, and then it has come down. It's forming some kind of a bearish sword pattern out here. And we have momentum which is kind of moderating and slightly falling. MACD is attempting to cross over the signal line, and we still have a lot of supports out here. This diagonal line of support here is going to sustain the share. And also we have a horizontal line of support at 79.51, and the share is at 80.93. I don't think the markets have looked at negatively on the results. The markets will take a little bit of time to digest. And also the fact that Crispr Therapeutics has been sold by ArcG is going to make many people think twice. So that could be the case. But personally, in my personal opinion, this is not financial advice, but my personal opinion is that Crispr is a very strong share. If I had the funds, I would definitely invest in Crispr. It's on a bull channel. It's on a very strong bull channel. And I'm expecting further upswing for Crispr Therapeutics. And with that said, let us look at the overall picture. I'm going to get into a 1 week candle to see if I can spot any new patterns out here. So even with the 1 week pattern, everything looks the same. I think the main resistance for this share is going to be the 100-day exponential moving average sitting at 83.09, which also intersects with the horizontal line of resistance, which is at 83.46. And over a period of time, I think over the next 5 or 6 days, I think Crispr would consolidate itself. It has got plenty of supports on its way back, including the 50-day exponential moving average. So overall, I think Crispr has done very well, and it will continue to do well. With that said, I would like to bring this video to an end. Please put a like out there if you like this video. It helps YouTube promote this video to others who might be interested in this. And also, if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and help us grow this channel. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.